The counting of votes has already begun amidst tighter security arrangements. Section 144 has also been imposed in certain areas. The by-polls in 4 assembly constituencies was held on the 23rd of June. As many as 22 candidates were in the fray for the crucial by-elections. The by-elections, of course, assumes a lot of significance since it can be considered as a litmus test for both the ruling BJP as well as the opposition, especially ahead of the 2023 assembly elections. A lot is at stake so far as the BJP is concerned as well as its rivals. Dr. Manik Saha, who was sworn in as the Chief Minister on the 15th of May after the sudden resignation of predecessor Biplab Kumar Deb, was the BJP candidate from the town Bordwali constituency. He was up against Congress leader Ashish Kumar Saha. Congress's heavyweight and former Health Minister Sudeep Roy Burman contested from the 6 Agartala constituency. And also worth mentioning here, Roy Burman and Ashish Kumar Saha won from their home turfs for 5 consecutive terms. And both the leaders started their political career from the Congress and later spent about 4 years in the BJP and then made a re-entry into the Congress last year. Meanwhile, the BJP fielded Ashok Sinha from the Agartala constituency, while the CPIM fielded Krishna Majumdar. In Surma, BJP's Swapna Das Paul was up against the CPIM's Anjan Das. The election in this seat was held after BJP MLA Ashish Das rebelled against his party and was subsequently disqualified. Besides, the Tripura Mota fielded Baburam Satnami from the same seat, supported by the Congress. And likewise, in Jubarajnagar, which is considered to be a left bastion, the BJP fielded Malina Das against the CPIM Sailendra Nath. As for the TMC, the party has fielded candidates in all four assembly constituencies as it looks to make inroads into the state. Now, one has to wait until evening today to see which party will have the last laugh. Yes, indeed, viewers, what you see on your screens are the visuals coming in from earlier this morning as tight security arrangements have been put in place in the counting centers across Agartala for the crucial by-election, the results of which, of course, will be out by this evening. Indeed, as you can see, security personnel have been put in place, tight security arrangements to make sure that there is no untoward incident that takes place as far as the counting of votes is concerned. And of course, right at the bottom of your screens, you can see the numbers. Of course, they are still standing at 0. However, these are the numbers that will keep on flashing and updating throughout the day as we bring you all the latest updates from counting of votes to the crucial Tripura by-elections. And let me also tell our viewers here that this is going to be a very crucial election as far as the new incumbent Chief Minister of Tripura, Manik Saha, is concerned, as this is his electoral debut. And this is the first time Chief Minister Manik Saha is contesting the elections. And he, of course, is contesting from the BJP's in the Agartala, in the town Bordwali constituency, viewers. And once again, these are visuals coming in from the counting center where tight security arrangements can already be seen put in place, and counting of votes as far as the official timing is concerned, all set to start from 8 a.m. sharp. And we will be bringing you all the latest updates from Ground Zero as our assistant news editor Pinaki Das is standing by from the counting center to bring us all the latest updates. Right, and to bring us all the latest updates, I'm being joined now live from Agartala by our assistant news editor Pinaki Das. Pinaki, very good morning to you, and a very crucial day for Tripura, isn't it? Counting of votes begins at 8 a.m. Where are you currently? What is the atmosphere like in the counting center? Pinaki, over to you.
Yeah, good morning. See, counting is yet to start. Right now we are standing in one of the center. That is Umakant Academy. Here, 2 vital centers counting will take place. One is 6 Agartala and another is town Bardwali, from where the Chief Minister candidate Manik Saha he's contesting. And from the Agartala, Sudip Ray Burman is a heavyweight BJP turned Congress leader who is also contesting. So yeah, I'll ask my camera person to show. Right, we are standing next to the strong room. Yet the EVMs are to be out from here, and this is the center for both Bardwali and the Agartala counting center. And yet, though the political party and the counting officials for the counting, they have already arrived, but the EVMs are yet to be out. It seems they are taking little more time this time. They are extra vigil over here, and even media are restricted from entering inside. Only a small section will be allowed. They said maybe 2 person, 2 houses at a time. So they are giving a strong vigil, but all of a sudden, in the last election, during the polling day, media played a vital role in stopping all the incidents, those were taking place, those were highlighted in the media. And now there is a huge restriction on the media, and let's hope counting will start in some time. And other than this Shurma and for Jubraj Nagar, that is in North Tripura, the countings are taking place at 2 other centers. And there are 3 centers out of this. In this center, counting for 2 constituencies are taking place.
Right. So, Pinaki, we already know that there were a few sporadic incidents of violence which took place during the voting process that was held on the 23rd of June. So, what are the security arrangements like for the counting day today? Are the authorities making sure that no untoward incident takes place during counting of votes today, Pinaki? It seems we've lost the connection with my colleague Pinaki Das there. We will try to reconnect with him in a short while from now. However, as the latest input coming in from Pinaki Das from Ground Zero is that, of course, counting of votes is likely to begin shortly from now. It has not yet begun. However, it is going to begin any moment in a very short while from now. All right, once again, I am connected with Pinaki Das from Agartala. Pinaki, as I was saying, there were a few sporadic incidents of violence which took place during voting day on the 23rd of June. So what are the security arrangements like for today? Are the authorities making sure that no such untoward incident takes place during counting of votes, Pinaki?
See, there are 3 circles of security. Over in the centers, if I can ask my camera person, they are the central paramilitary force, particularly the BSF and the CRPF has been deployed inside the centers. And outside the hall and the center, the BSF and the CRPF are there. Then is the TSR, Tripura State Rifles, in the gates where we have found. And outside that, we have found state rifles, Tripura Police. Those are the 3 circles, those have been made. But the entire jurisdiction of the counting hall and this area in the strong room and all, these are being maintained by the Central Paramilitary Force, that is the CRPF and the BSF. Those are deployed. These are the 2 security persons. They are maintaining the strong room. And other than them, if we go upstairs, there where the actual counting is taking place, there it is again CRPF and BSF. And outside this premises of, this is actually a school premises, Umakanta Academy. Outside this premises, this building premises, we find Tripura State Rifles. That is also a state paramilitary force, which is also central reserved. And other than this, outside the gates and in the gates also where checkings and other things are taking place, the state police is there. So there are 3 circles of security. Though during the polling day also, that was the procedure where in the polling centers it was the Central Paramilitary Force. Outside the polling station there was little Central Paramilitary Force, then TSR and other forces, and outside there was state police.
Right, Pinaki, now let's quickly talk a little bit about the poll battle which is underway. A lot at stake for the BJP as Chief Minister Manik Saha is making his election debut, as well as a heavyweight of the Congress, Sudip Ray Burman, also in the fray, who also has a lot to prove. So tell us a little bit about the poll battle and what this by-election means to the respective parties.
See, this by-election is very important in the sense 7 to 8 months after this, the real assembly election, which will be the main fight that is going to take place. Sometime around end of February, it has to take place. And so 7-8 months left for that. And this by-election is taking place because two of the BJP MLAs, that is Sudeep Rai Burman and Ashish Saha, in fact, Sudeep Rai Burman was also a minister in the BJP, they had resigned and they had joined Congress on the allegation that the voice of the people are not being heard. And there is no democracy within the party. Things which BJP had promised pre-2018 election, those are not being. Those are the allegations. However, the BJP says they, for their self-gain, they had resigned. They were not. They were violating the party discipline. And at the same time, another BJP MLA, Ashish Das from Shurma, he had joined Trinamool. He was later sacked from the party. And again, at Yuvraj Nagar, the CPM candidate from there, he had passed. He was the former speaker. So he had passed. So the by-election there is taking place. So there are three reasons for this by-election. But this is very interesting in the sense, in Yuvraj Nagar, it is said that the left had his bastion. And at Shurma, that is a new party is trying to dominate that area. That is Tripura Motor under Pradyut Kishore Dev Burma. And here the fight, though both Congress and CPM are saying they are equally strong, they will win. But at the same time, if you see into the previous election, from here, Congress has been winning, though in 2018, when these Congress MLAs had joined BJP, there was huge margin of vote with which BJP had won. And now they are claiming that these are also Congress stronghold. So it will be tough for BJP. But within few hours, we'll know who will have the last laugh. But this is very important. But from all angles, there are four-cornered fight in the sense left is also there. CPM, that is the main party in the left. BJP, which is the ruling party, which always have an advantage in by-election, and Congress, which is trying to regain its voters voters in the ground, and at the same time a new party, Tripura Motha. If you remember that, in 3 months after it has entered into the political scenario, it had captured the TTADC despite BJP and IPFT in the power. So that was a big blow for BJP, a party in power. So that is the four-corner fight. And interestingly, in this election, in 4 of the constituencies, there are 4 parties which are equally important, especially at Shurma, the Tripura Motha will play a vital role, it is expected. And in Yuvraj Nagar, as I said, left has. But here, who wins? Even the BJP people are a little worried, it seems. After we have spoken with them, they say that if we win with a single vote also, that is a victory for us.